Former light heavyweight champion Jon Jones is currently awaiting the results of an investigation following his second failed USADA test. 3 times in 2 years he has been suspended and is now facing up to 4 years if found at fault this time around. UFC President Dana White, who has always been a supporter of Jones, is speaking frankly on his former champion and what he thinks happened to cause Jones to fall so quickly. Jon Jones came in and just started making millions of dollars immediately, and he was, like, 24 years old, White said on a recent episode of the Don Le Batard show HT McCliff. And you can go back to interviews of me saying, "That's great, he's talented enough to win the belt. Can he handle the pressure and all the stuff that goes along with being a world champion, with being famous, with being rich?" And that question got answered. Jones became the youngest fighter to ever win a UFC championship when he defeated Shogun Rua at UFC 128. He would go on to defend his belt 8 more times but was stripped of his title after defeating Daniel Cormier at UFC 182 when a drug test came back positive for cocaine. While awaiting his next title defense, Jones was arrested for a hit-and-run accident that left a pregnant woman injured. White appeared in court to support Jones but later suspended him for a year. "He'd also go down in history as probably the greatest ever, and if nothing ever happened, he'd probably be fighting at heavyweight right now, and who knows what could have happened," White said. Unfortunately, that wasn't the end of his troubles. Upon his return, Jones would defeat Avin St. Preux for the interim light heavyweight title and gear up to face his old rival, Cormier. Just 3 days shy of the historic UFC 200 fight card, Jones was flagged by USADA for an anti-doping violation. He was stripped of the interim title and suspended a year. You'd think that's where Jones would have cleaned up his act. It wasn't. Despite his troubles, many still consider Jones to be one of the greatest fighters in the sport's history. It appears, however, that White has switched camps and is now among those looking down at Jones for tarnishing what could have been a legendary and iconic career in the UFC.